This is a video demonstration for how to run a scan with ParetoLogic privacy controls. You should have an icon here on your desktop that you can double-click for privacy controls, and the program will open up to the home screen with a big Start Scan button. When you run the scan, the program will go through and remove anything that might contain sensitive information or that someone might use to take advantage of you. In my case, the scan's not very long because I haven't done very much on my computer. The scan shouldn't take too long for you either. For each section of the scan, you can click on the More Info button to see exactly what it is that the program is planning on removing. And you can feel free to check or uncheck any items in the list if you don't want to have it removed or if you want to specifically remove it. Now, for some people, you want to have your internet browser remember your passwords. We don't normally recommend this because browsers don't store your password in a very secure manner. And for that reason, privacy controls will delete your saved passwords so that nobody else gets a hold of them. But if you want to disable that, you can uncheck the item for saved passwords for each of your internet browsers in the program. I've got one of my browsers open here. If I click on Gmail, it will automatically sign me into my demonstration email. And that's because my internet browser has remembered my password. So I'll just go back here. I'll demonstrate to you that privacy controls will notice that and will make sure that my password is removed so that nobody else can get a hold of it. So I'll remove all the items in the scan. Normally doesn't take too long. It is a bit longer than the scan itself because writing takes longer than reading. For the purposes of this video, I've sped up most of the scan so that I don't waste your time. In my case, the scan took about 3 minutes to complete. When the scan finishes, it'll give you a message like this asking if you want to restart the computer so that it can finish up some other things that it can't do while Windows is running. If you click on Restart Now, then it'll go ahead and restart and finish the scan. Or you can click on Restart later if you don't want to do it right this minute. And when the computer comes back up, the items will have been cleaned out. If I open up my web browser here and try to sign into my Gmail again, then you can see that it has not signed me in automatically this time because Privacy Controls has removed my password. And if you check and see, all the web history from before has been removed so that there's no information in there that someone could use to take advantage of you. And Privacy Controls has started back up again. If you go into the Options section, then you can change the settings for your scan before actually running the scan as well. It's all the same as it was right after the scan finished. It's just this way you don't have to scan everything. If you remove more options, the scan will be faster. So for most web browsers, there's a section here for saved passwords, that kind of thing. If you uncheck that, then it'll stop deleting your passwords and your sites will continue to sign you in. However, this will make your computer less secure because your passwords will be stored in your web browser. So you can see that it does work with all the major web browsers here. In my case, I have Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, and Google Chrome. So I'll show each of those here. You can see each setting. It does work with email applications and a variety of other applications as well. If you have an application that is suddenly acting strangely when you run the scan with privacy controls, have a look in the third-party application history in there to see if it's deleting anything that it shouldn't be. You can also click on Restore Defaults to put everything back the way we normally recommend. There are a couple of other options here, such as launching the application automatically when you start Windows, or there's automatically cleaning after scanning as well. You can set those any way you want. And you can set what it does exactly when it deletes an item as well. So that's how to run a scan with privacy controls. If you have any questions, feel free to contact our support department or have a look at the other videos in the series.